And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 of our set between Columbia College and Washington and Lee. My name's Stephen Johnson. I'm still here with the legendary S. Ruff. How's it going?
It's going great. We got some more JV CSL League of Legends action here with Game 2 of Washington and Lee versus Columbia College Silver.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that last match, they most certainly were not Silver. They got the game done, I believe, around the 26-minute mark. But yeah, they just made...
actually right before 24 minutes is when it ended.
24 minutes, even faster, as once again, the Dark Empire of Collegiate League of Legends, Columbia College, makes quick work of their most recent opponents. But now, what does Washington Lee need to do to even have a chance in this next match?
Well, I think for starters, I know that it looked like they did mention it, that don't flame the Vayne top lane, but I feel like Vayne top lane would be the first thing to avoid this time around. I know you guys might like it, and it might like help you out in solo queue, but I don't believe it's going to work against someone the level of Platypus from Columbia College. He is that challenger player on this squad. It may be a curveball he may have never seen before, but obviously very, very capable of dealing with it. So maybe not try that one again.
And once again, Columbia College are going to lead the bands here with TK. I mean, we saw this in game number 1. And it really went hand in hand with how they wanted just to wombo, combo, slam, Jammeroo on basically anyone they saw. So Panther and Charmer, they might be looking for one of those combos yet again.
Yeah, this time the J4 is banned, though, from the side of Washington Lewis. Probably a smart thing to ban. I feel like the Tam Kench ban is pretty standard right now, as he is a obnoxious support to play against, because he has that ability to eat his teammates and save their lives, as it looks like Washington Lee going to take a play out of Columbia College's book and first pick that Galio. I feel like that's a much better first pick than the Vayne.
Oh, without a doubt. And the additional benefit you do kind of get with that there is that it might be that flex. You can theoretically throw that around, but it's Columbia College, they're not going to be shy to pulling out some new stuff as well, and that's going to be Soraka. I'm going to have to say 99% sure it's going to be locked down on that bot lane, and Zoe, someone who got banned away from the side of Columbia College, they're going to try their hands at it this time.
We might be in a treat for it too, because Zoe's really fun to watch when in the hands of a mechanically gifted player. Charmer doing a pretty good job last time on that Galio. Let's see if he can make some flashier plays, maybe on a hero like Zoe, who has the ability to gank with that Sleepy Trouble bubble and that paddle star from distance. We'll see what happens. As a Vel'Koz is the second pick before Washington Lee. Is that going to be a support Vel'Koz? Is that what they're thinking against the Soraka here?
I mean, it most certainly, it could be a top lane Vel'Koz for all intents and purposes at the moment, but I haven't seen too much of that Vel'Koz in a Zoe matchup. They're still going to pick a pretty high impact jungler. I mean, J4, not available, so they're going to go with the Elastic Man himself on this one.
Yeah, I do like the Zac pick here, also a lot better than the Warwick. Just has more ability to gank with that slingshot to get him in there. Probably set up a little bit more early ganks, too, for if it is Salad Legs on that jungle again. We'll see how it goes. And Illusion locked in for the side of Columbia College. This looks like a much more fun type of draft from the side of Columbia College this time around.
All right, I mean, if we're going to be 100% on the table here, there's still, once again, is the talk of the Hoonie. There's still the Lucian in the top lane, and the prodigy of Mr. Stumpy himself, Platypus, might be looking to show that he can get that ADC done in the top lane.
It would be interesting to pull that out after having to play against an ADC in the top lane. If they decide that, you know, or if that's how you guys feel, let's play Lucian. Gangplank getting back banned out from the side of Washington and Lewis here. And Tristiana is going to roll out the last ban for Columbia College here. I
mean, definitely, without a doubt. Andrew looked somewhat confident on that pick. Definitely there was the issue in the early game. Didn't quite get stuff rolling, and it's always never the best intention to die first blood to a Draven, but Draven's also going to get banned away, so we will be seeing some new stuff come out from both these bot lanes and ADCs in particular.
I won't be denied.
Yeah, and then Sejuani, final ban coming out. A good hero to take away. Again, just a very, very meta right now with how strong she is, being tanky and the damage she can put out. And a Rengar comes out for the side of Columbia College. This is actually something that I was talking with you earlier about. I was looking for some flashy picks from Columbia College after I saw their lineup. I was like, they better do something crazy, because they are the undisputed Goliaths here in this matchup. especially after that first game. So it's nice that they go through a first game kind of standard, and now they're kind of bringing out some different things here, probably to maybe have some fun or see how it goes.
They do still need to be keeping in mind that they are still expected to get ahead in this early game, because with Illusion, with the Rengar, they do not have anything in the way of tanks at the moment, unless Platypus does end up coming out with a tank on the top side of the map. But even so, if they get a deficit, that could be very hard to play around. That being said, it's Columbia College, and when backs are against the wall, their backs aren't against the wall, and they've actually just slammed the wall into your face, putting you down in a 24-minute slugfest.
And here comes that last pick. Is it going to be the Swain for Platypus in the top lane? Would it happen on the brand new patch? Does he have the cojones to bring out the new hero? I mean, obviously he has a little bit of an advantage.
Oh no, that is so much better.
Oh, even
okay.
Renekton.
Okay.
He's playing with our emotions there. All right. At first, I thought we were gonna see crazy things. Now it's a little bit more. It's still aggressive though. I like it. We'll see what he can do on this Renekton.
Yeah, we certainly haven't seen the Renekton here in quite a bit of time, but with the last pick going over for Washington Elite, it's very obvious that the Galio should be headed up towards that top side of the map, with Vel'Koz holding down the middle lane, some other champions all around, but Galio does a great job of keeping that wave clear game up against people who don't want to engage on him and against magic damage threats, so you get that extra magic damage shield in the lane. But that's the issue. Renekton both wants to engage on you and is the physical damage, so Platypus looking to just put the beat down on this top laner. I mean, it's no longer Vayne, but I'm not sure it's going to get too many better results.
Yeah, and it's looking like we're going to have a little bit of a swap here for Washington and Lee, as HP 73 is going to be in the ADC position on that Xayah. Boomster is going to be on the Vel'Koz in the mid. Zac is going to be Bjerg is me. He's going to be playing that Zac in the jungle. Salad Legs is on the Galio, and we're going to see Chairwalker staying in the support position for support, but we have a jungler swap, a top swap, and an AD swap. They all kind of moved around a little bit here to kind of fill out this team. So it's going to be interesting to see if that changes anything. Not something you normally see in highest of competitive play, where you see the role swaps happen.
I mean, it's always fun to see the perfectly classic musical chairs composition. We just pull names out of a hat. It's like, oh, I'm going to the jungle this time. Queue up in that full fill role. But maybe this is their real composition. This is their final form. Where before they were doing a little bit of sandbagging, but now they are ready to put the beat down on Columbia College.
Yeah, I like this draft a lot more than their last one as well. It seems a lot more solid. It's not as... Well, maybe not as solid. It's better than it was.
Well, when you have a composition with a Vayne top that ends up laying against a Gnar, I will give nearly anything a more viable composition approval on that one. So definitely the Steven Turn Johnson double thumbs up on this one at the moment.
Yeah, it is a progression, and that's all you can really ask for from a team that could be considered so outmatched, such as Washington and Lee are in this situation. But so there we go, progression forward, making a little bit better draft. Now it's just going to be if they're going to be able to turn that into actual leads in game, where they're going to be able to win lane. Where in a situation where Columbia College has gone for some little bit odder picks, things like that. You can kind of counter Rengar with some vision if you get good vision thrown out by, it's going to be Bjerg is me on that Zac again. He's going to have to do a little bit better on the vision game this time. Make sure that Panzer doesn't have the vision he had last game either, because if he has the vision he had last game, this Rengar is going to have a field day and run around the map and murder people, because that is what he is. He is a murder floof. That is what we're going to call Rengar from now on.
Well, thankfully, Murder Knife Cat still needs to hit level 6 before he really pops off in those plays. And one thing I do really like about this Washington and Lee adaptation here, even though they're not picking Lee Sin, which I believe is kind of a giveaway given the name, but besides that, Bjerg is me in the jungle is going to have a lot more priority in this early game than something like the Warwick. So they're setting themselves up with the tools they need to make this game work. They have the Zac, they have the Galio, they have a potentially, I'm going to put a big asterisk on this one, a potentially winning mid lane in Vel'Koz. Xayah Lulu is still a very strong bottom side. It's up into Illusion, so probably not going to be really looking to win the laning phase outright, but still got a good 2-item spike. And the big thing here is they've taken their focus off the late game. They've taken off the Gathering Storms, and they're ready to play League of Legends right now.
Yeah, gloves are off. They gotta do what they can to stay alive here in this series. So we'll see what they can do as we're gonna start. Looks like we're gonna get a loading screen here shortly.
Yeah, and this could be do or die for the Washington and Lee squad because there's only 1 week left of JV League Legends here before we hit that catch-up week. Still will get you guys some top-tier JV League of Legends action going on forward, but in this 6-week season, if you go down this next match, you go into that last week, I believe, with about a 2-4, 2-3 record, and that might just be enough to knock you out of these playoffs. So keeping our hearts out for the boys and girls over at the Washington and Lee squad. Hope to gosh they can come in with a W here and cement themselves a nice old spot in those playoffs. But everything has to start right here as we do get loaded up onto this Rift. It will still be your Washington and Lee squad over on this blue side. Columbia College, they'll be rocking out that red side of the Rift and looking to cement themselves at the top of the mountain.
So first thing I want to point out here is because Innapro did have the Summer Spellbook last game from the Inspiration Tree for runes. This time on the Soraka does not, and has that the Summon Ari going on there, and has Ignite on a Soraka. Not something you see
that is
too terribly often, I feel like.
My favorite way to play Soraka. Get the damage on there. And honestly, with Summon Aries, with probably a little bit more AP backing him up, I don't know exactly what runes he's gone into all the way down, but there is still the potential of poking out this lane. And Cherwall only has the extra shield. He doesn't have any sort of sustain. So if this just turns into that poke v poke ball lane, Columbia College definitely have that advantage, but then it turns into however they want to play this. Speaking of playstyles, that is still Andrew on that bottom lane with Minion Dematerializer, and this is something we've seen ADCs as of late start to pick up. I don't think it's the meta just yet, but it's starting to get there.
Maybe with someone like Lucian, where you have a little bit of a wave clear issue. I thought it was weird to have on Tristiana because she has such easy wave clear. But maybe with Lucian, it makes more sense because you're going to need that wave clear. Obviously, with Zoe, makes a lot of sense because Paddlestar doesn't have the easiest... I believe they nerfed it a couple times to make it so it's not as easier to clear minions with. So maybe that's why Charmer goes ahead and take it. But yeah, interesting to see that ADCs are picking it up to see if it really becomes into the meta or if they're just using it to, you know, kind of snowball a little bit again like they had been before.
And this is going to be a pretty quiet beginning of this match with both Bjerg and CC Panzer starting down on that bottom side. So we'll be looking to hit around that top about that 3-minute point, probably more towards the 3:30 as not quite the quickest clears in the world for either side. Bjerg me still needing probably level 2, level 3 before he can really get to that clear speed. And Panzer just wants some more items, wants some kills, and wants some heads on that bone tooth necklace. I think it's still called that.
I believe it is. I don't know.
Yes, it is.
I don't think we can click on it, can we?
Yes, we can. I just got it. We're good. Bone tooth necklace it is.
That's good. And then we have a little bit more trading going down in the bottom.
And just going to go all the way. They hit level 2 first. HP has to back on out. Flash is down. Cherwall now is going to be running for his life as the Columbia College bot lane. They're not going to make that same mistake twice, and they want to prove themselves as the far superior bot lane here. They're going to knock him down just a few pegs to do it.
Yeah, I was a little concerned there for a minute when it happened, but it looks like a little bit of wet noodle fighting up as the two level 2 top laners start hitting each other.
Has moved on in. He's going to jump right on in. Does have the red buff, does have the blue buff, but there is not much support. Here comes Boomster. Me jumping over the wall. Panzer has the flash away too, so maybe not the best flash in the world as they do trade flash for flash, but in the end that will be Bjergisme walking away still with his life and with the cell division, but without a blue buff, and that was a great steal there from Panzer.
Yeah, interesting to see kind of that rotation in to come and steal it. Obviously, I think he found out that he was already over there, used the vision over there to get in there and steal it. I don't think that's his one. Yeah, he does have wards sitting in that blue brush. I thought he did. But a little bit scary there on the side of Columbia College. You said that they did end up taking that fight and getting the heal off of HP 73, but it looked like they were over-aggressing again a little bit. That's why I was wondering about the Ignite on the Soraka build here. It's not something you would see as commonly, but you are right. It does do a lot of damage, and with Ignite and the Summon Ari, you can actually put out a lot of damage to Soraka if you land those star downs or those star calls with your Q. Exactly. To get some slows going on. So it'll be interesting to see if they're able to pull that off or if they're going to make another mistake like they did last game and over-aggress and give over a kill.
Exactly, because there is now not a single pot left on this bottom side for Washington Lee, and even top lane. Platypus against the butt end of some of these trades definitely needs to hit those first few items, but here comes the engage. Rock jump in from Southlee. He's going to try to use the Winds of War to keep him on lockdown, but it's not going to be enough at the end, and both top laners just go their separate ways. TP's in each of their pockets, so may just be looking to come back up to this one, give it another try.
Yeah, and I felt like that was a fairly good engage from Salad Legs. He had tons of minions around him, so he gets a little bit of knockup and has the minions there to help him out. Maybe not needing another player there to help him win that battle where it's pretty close between him and Renekton. But yeah,
you see Panzer, he's looking to come back over. He has vision on Bjergesmi. Just sits over the wall. Oh, he does take that away. He does also have the Dark Harvest, so we'll be getting even more deadly as this game goes on. That Dark Harvest, so good for getting the first auto attack after you get one of those souls. Just does so much damage. And gonna have to see how that one goes. But an interesting adaptation in the top lane of Salad Legs is gonna be going for a very aggressive route to start. I believe that will eventually be building on into a Rod of the Ages, but he chooses the Blasting Wand first.
Yeah, it's kind of aggressive, but obviously against a Renekton, he knows he's going to be in kind of these trade back and forth battles. Maybe he feels like he can poke him out. Like I said, his last engagement was fairly well done with having no enemy minions there, but he had minions there himself to help do damage. Maybe he's just looking for that little bit of damage that hopefully, tilts the fight in his favor, and, that extra damage is something Renekton Platypus wasn't ready for. And trying to catch him off guard. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't. But as we see again, Panzer on the top side of the map.
This is absolutely brutal. He is just in Bjerg's jungle, no questions about it. 3 lanes pushing advantage for him. Sounds like he flashed over the wall, but does he have the backup? Here comes Bjergesmi from way over that wall, and Boomster, he's looking to help solidify that kill, and that is first blood. Going on over for Salad Lake. The dream is still alive, ladies and gentlemen. Washington and Lee, they aren't going into that good night just yet.
So the only low-key thing about that I wanted to see for the side of Washington and Lee was Salad Legs did use the flash to come over the wall and land the taunt, but he was standing right on top of the red plant there, and he probably could have just knocked himself over the wall and landed the taunt. That's the only thing I had about that. That's a little small thing that I just looked over and was like, why didn't he just use that? But a good heads-up play by him, seeing that his teammate was getting invaded, making the early roam and helping his team get the game.
Over that wall, but is the last 16 shot long enough? Yes, it is. Salad Legs does have the ultimate, and it will be coming on down. Heroic entrance knocks him right on up. Platypus is trying to fight his way out of this one. He might find that kill on the Salad Legs. Picks up the first kill. Bjergesmi should still have the cell division, but with no TPs left on the map and no top laner to boot, that will be the double kill. Platypus is showing off why he's got that jacket.
Yeah, exactly there. That Challenger 1v2 we just watched where he just got evaporated off of the face of the earth. Boomster, though, does land some damage there. Panzer looked like he wanted to go back in, though. Doesn't do it, though. Maybe a cheeky gank. He's still hanging around. This guy's insane.
Panzer does not have the flash available at the moment. Is not quite on that level 6 either, so he's probably just looking to grab some of these camps away. Raptors already are his. He wants his chicken, and he wants it now. Ignite picked up for Charmer. Off the back end of that play, does get the extra additional parts with the Spell Thief, with the W. So hopefully, maybe looking to use that here aggressively. Does have both summoners available, and one more Sleep Time Trouble Bubble, and that could be lights out for Boomster.
Yeah, I think that's what they were looking there. Panzer was looking to come in there and catch Boomster off guard, but a fight coming out in the top lane again, and in mid. Oh,
there's a Sleep Time Trouble Bubble. Charmer, he's only got all 40 flashes, and he picks up that kill. That is the only flash in the game that you can do for damage, but he makes it work. 3 kills. Still on the side of Columbia College, and this is just individual play after individual play, putting this team in the lead. And Platypus, he might be looking to go aggressive, but Sal might be just a little bit the wiser. Punches him right on up, but Platypus, he does so much damage. Renekton is still putting out those deeps. Throws another Q in, puts him right back in his place. Platypus still gonna be feeling pretty good after that one.
Yeah, Platypus with the 3 longsword Doran Blade Serrated Dirk build currently going on. So he does a lot of damage, so that's going to hurt Salad Legs, who decided to go for that Blasting Wand early on. He has no armor up against Platypus, so Platypus is looking to put even more pressure onto him. And if he has that ultimate up, which he does, it looks like he is going to dive here.
Oh, that was a great turnaround, but the taunt might just be enough. Platypus is not taking that much damage, but Salad Legs just so close to falling right there. Has to be counting his blessings. They didn't drop right there, but bot lane Andrew, he's gonna dive right on in. Featherstorm comes out. The recall comes out, swelling in, locks down Soraka. Impo, gotta be pretty careful in this fight, but it looks like Washington Lee are not gonna be able to turn too much more around, and that was the flash out of HP. Traded for the flash of Impro, so maybe opening up the door for Bjergesmi to come and influence this bot lane, because I'm going to be honest, I don't think he's doing too much in that top lane. Boomster just gets completely decimated.
Oh, what a
great polymorph coming out of there. It's going to keep him alive. Heal comes out. Andrew not going to be able to find the kill just yet, but he is still going to be content with a little bit more damage on HP. Fighting goes all around at Columbia College. They're looking to come up big.
Did you see the paddle star in the middle there?
Oh, not enough time because Panzer, he's going to be engaging, but who's engaging on who? He's got the ultimate, but he's still being held with the hands. Comeback comes back around. Bjergme should not have that cell division. He is going to go down. Boomster now locked between a rock and a cat world. Panzer now with the lockdown. Bola goes on out. That's empowered, and that is a charm and a star from all the way forward. And Andrew now looking to pick up this ball in, but once again, HP, the bird slips out with just the slightest bit of HP, but look at that CS differential, and that's ball lane tower as well.
Yeah, that was just completely utter aggression all across the map, it felt like, from the side of Columbia College going in for those kills. But again, we see the side of Washington Lee use Bjergme and Salad Legs to engage onto this Rengar. This time they're unable to get the kill and actually lose both of their lives again. This time they did not get 1v2'd by Platypus on this Rengar, or on this Renekton. They just were out rotated on, and the damage from Charmer, his paddle stars are hitting on Boomster almost all the time, it feels like, and when they hit, they're hitting for over half of his health. So Boomster is going to be in a bad position if he gets hit by any of this poke from Charmer, and Charmer just came in to help Panzer clean up that last fight, and it was just well done rotated wise. But Bjergme is being Salad Legs, trying to make those plays, but they're starting to get mechanically outplayed, and we're starting to see that big skill difference between these two teams right now when these crazy picks come out.
Engage on the top side. Platypus is going to be jumping on over that wall, slice and dice on over. He's on the wrong side of this fight if he wants to get out, but he has no intention of leaving just yet. A few more autos go down. Nothing too crazy just yet. The steal attempt does not go through, and that will be the first dragon of the game going over for Panzer. And one thing I really wanted to look at here was look at the vision game itself. So many wards for this Columbia College side. And I mean, Washington Lee, they're starting to knock this out bit by bit, but Columbia College are still solidly in control of this map play. And like that last play where they were able to catch out South Lake up near the Herald area as well over in the river, Columbia College just knew when everyone was coming to that play because they saw everything.
They literally do see everything right now. There are 4 control wards in the bot side for the red side, which is Columbia College, with the last one being in the blue side top jungle from Platypus, I would assume, that's his control ward there. So 5 control wards on the map for this team. That's where you have to go in and look at things like the coaching, because obviously that's something that coaches do.
Bjergme is going to go on a chamber. Charmer's going to be getting right out. Might be responding to a little bit of damage, but no, it's going to turn right back around on a Boomster, who gets so nuked out, but the ultimate comes on across. Boomster is going to be, oh, he's just gone. There is no way he comes out of that one, and Charmer makes sure to put that big old eye. He put Squidward right in his place, and that will be yet another kill for this Columbia College squad. Bjergme is going to make the hero play, but finds absolutely nobody with the stretching strike, and Charmer just is going to 1v2 on the bottom side. What can you do anymore if you're the Washington Lee squad?
You're getting you got your bot lane getting pushed in by just the mid lane of Columbia College. You have their mid lane turret going down tier 1. And here comes the fight again.
Oh, he's going to be going in once more. He gets a let's bounce on the 2 people, brings them under the tower. Could this be enough? Sounds like this, trying to put out the damage. Smite goes on to Impro, but nobody falls just yet. And the best fight all game. Bjergme going to jumping right back in, but Andrew, he is too good, has the moves, has the hops, and has his life bar to get out with that one. Honestly, the most promising fight so far that it looked like Washington Lee were finally going to find something in response. Falls by the wayside once again.
Yeah, and again, it's Bjergme and Salad Legs making those plays where there was a flash taunt in from Salad Legs there to help it so they would land that Let's Bounce ulti from the Zac, from Bjergme. So they're trying to make these plays. These two guys, they seem so in sync, but they're just falling short in so many different situations. That last fight seemed so good for them with the turret.
He flushed through the wall with a slice and dice and just completely annihilates Cherwell. There was no time to pop the exhaust. I'm pretty sure there wasn't time to play League of Legends. And that was just absolutely dominating play coming up from Platypus. This is his jungle, and he's not even the jungler.
Yeah, this is his life, and he's going in on
Zac. We do have the heroic entrance coming in from South Lakes. There are 3 members here. That might be the magic number to kill that crocodile off. And crikey, we got him. Kill goes on over, finally, over to Boomsters. That's their second kill of the game, and I mean, they'll take anything they can get this moment.
Yeah, they definitely needed the kills there. Boomster, you know, you might say it's overkill for him to ult there when it's a 3-on-1, but with how Platypus has been rolling through his team and how he absolutely demolished not HP73 but Cherwell on that Lulu, they just have to use whatever they can to take him out, because they need whatever they can at this point to keep themselves in this game and to keep, you know, keep themselves alive. And like I said, Birgisme and Salad Legs together have been doing all these plays that seem like they're just almost there. They really need to make sure they bring someone like Boomster or HP73 in to do the damage, because then they could close out fights and then they could have a chance. And that's all they really need, is to find these picks, and they need to bring DPS with it.
Just gotta keep that hope alive. And when you're talking about the damage, first thought has to be HP7 hitting that 2-item spike. He's going with a bit of an interesting build on the Xayah, most likely what's probably going to be a Zeal item into an Infinity Edge, I guess. Because normally if you're going to go that crit item, or if you're going to go the BF item first, you go with the Essence Reaver, but all in all, still looking for a nice 2-item spike, might be able to turn around, but speaking of turning, there goes in the engage, but there is Panzer right on that side. Seldovic is going to go out, and unless Salad Legs is willing to blow his teleport on this one, oh, he is. That's going to keep him alive just a little bit longer, and good guy, Salad Legs, watching out for the jungler, going to get a little bit of a redemption on that purchase. Platypus not quite going to be able to find the kill just yet onto HP. Feather Call doesn't find anything just yet. Sleepy Time, Trouble Bubble, it lands, and it goes down, and it even kills both of them! Kills the man behind him, kills Birgisme, and he wasn't even the target with that one. Charmer is big.
This is exactly the type of flashy plays I had mentioned in Champion stuff that I was looking for. Zoe is that type of champion that allows you to get these huge damage burst, sniping plays as you would call them. Those quick op shots if you're a CSGO fan coming in here. He's just laying down the hate as he almost one-shots HP73 there with that one.
Yeah, it is absolutely brutal, and they're still splitting that pressure between the mid lane and the bottom lane. I'm not even sure who's the deadliest at the moment, because we've seen Charmer one-shot people, but Platypus, he probably could 1v5 at the moment with how big he is.
He did have that little mishap in the 1v3, but oh my goodness.
A little bit more red buff could be enough. Salad Legs is going to drop to the paddle star, and Charmer finds his next victim. He has 50% of the kills in this match, 5 out of 10. 1 assist going to boot, but let's put that 5v1 prediction to the test as here comes the engage, but also mid lane's fighting too. Andrew just going to put so much damage onto Boomster. Charmer completely whiffs, but it doesn't matter. He finds him in the end, and Platypus will not be taken out by 2 members. He will turn the tables, and HP will be biting that dust. Birgisme looks to make the hero play, has lets the bounce, does not land it on everyone, and Panzer is still looking for that play. 5 members, Columbia College still up in the Sleepy Time Triple Bubble. Bjerg will not be waking up for that one as they turn their attention now towards this bottom lane inhibitor tower, and most likely bot lane inhibitor. Could they look to end right here?
They might be able to look to the end right here. Look at that gold lead. Almost 13,500 gold is what we're looking at here at 17 minutes and 30 seconds. Columbia College has really turned it up this game, changing out those more standard picks for some more unconventional picks here, and they're just doing what we expected them to do all along, which is just take control of this game and dominate completely over Washington and Lee, who are just struggling to save onto anything there. They were fighting in mid and bot lane, and they lost the 2v1 bot to Platypus, and they lost their Salad Legs, who is a Galio, who is meant to be Magic Resist tanky, in 2 shots to the mid laner of Columbia College. Charmer just putting on a show, a Zoe show right now, with his insane snipe damages. It might as well be a montage for him at this point.
Well, conventional or not, Columbia College is certainly making it work, though I do have to say I'm slightly disappointed in Charmer's play. Back at that base, he could have got, I believe it was Boomster, so low under one of the towers, he flashed in to get the auto tech, but he also picked up the redemption on his Spell Thief W. I wanted to see the redemption execute, didn't get to see it, so heart a bit broken as Platypus is now going to be on this bottom side of the map trying to split apart the pressure. He's in a 1v5 situation. Does he turn this? Platypus is already like so low down on that play. The Polymorph comes out. Ultimates. He's going to just completely annihilate Cherwell. Flashes out, but there are more flashes back to the side of Washington and Lee. And it looks like it will only be the 1-for-1. But all this time, Columbia College, the Dark Empire, they're looking to knock down top lane. Ulti comes out from CC Panzers, trying to zone away or maybe even engage onto Boomster. As the rest of the team, there's a Galio ult heroic entrance, and it comes out with just enough damage reduction to save him in the end. And Charmer, he's going to try to make the execute play, but doesn't find anything just yet. But here comes the cavalry, and the cavalry is now dead.
That poor Bjergisme Zach coming in there, trying to make the plays, missing everyone, and then getting evaporated.
Sal is going to get pretty low here. Andrew's looking for the culling directly onto Cherwell. 1-2 shots may do it, but it's not going to be enough. Just a little bit too little. But that's still no Bjergisme, and they might just be looking for either these Nexus towers, or it looks like a few members are still on that top lane inhibitor, but 4 members up, Bjergisme up in 3 seconds. They might be looking at the game right here.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to be able to end the game right here with that 3rd inhibitor going down. We'll see if they just want to close it out or if they're going to go for something cheeky here. But just all over the place. They are all over Washington.
It's got to be the last stand. Oh, and the slight delay, but oh no, here comes the jump in. Bjergisme finds absolutely nobody. Soundlake's also going to be coming up with only 1 member on the taunt, and he is a goner. Danger going to be jumping in now with the double shot, not going to get knocked up by that Kog'Maw. Oh, Bjergisme tries to get the Let's Bounce, but it does not complete, and he'll be falling out next. Who will be the next member to fall? Because there's nothing left on this team. Double Redemption comes down in Columbia College. That might be it.
Yep, and a Siege double level lands again.
Oh, Panzer, he's going to be looking for the kill. Doesn't quite get in the base, so just barely stayed alive, but Boomster's going to have a little something to say about that, but no! Charmer puts down even more deeps, finds the double kill. That's the full team ace, and Columbia College will be putting this game away in such a convincing fashion, finishing the game in just under 21 minutes. 20-4, Columbia College, you know that their eyes are directly on that JV title.
Yes, it definitely is, and I'm sorry, everyone. It is the meme moment because the score is 420. High five to Columbia College for pulling that magical score out of them, because they did have their Rengar die at the end there to make that score possible, and the 6 snipe from the Zoe onto the platform that almost killed her as well to kill off the Vel'Koz. So that was more what I was expecting, to be honest, from Columbia College when coming into this. I was expecting something like that from the get-go. Obviously, we got the more standard game in the beginning, but that was the fireworks show I was hoping for.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, game number 1 was a lot more conservative, was a lot more feeling out the squad of Washington Lee, and honestly, that's what you see a lot of these great teams do. People meme all the time about TSM Game 1 XD can't win. But the way they did that was they were just feeling out the team, finding their tendencies, especially towards that jungle. In game 2, just completely demolishing them. And like that's what was happening in that jungle. I mean, there was just nowhere that Bjergisme could actually go where he was safe. So great game plan coming out for Columbia College. And is there anything really even left to say on that match?
I'd like to. I'll give a little bit of props there for the for Washington Lee. I feel like the role swaps worked out a little bit better for him. The synergy between Salad Legs and Bjergisme in that top and jungle role seemed to flow a little bit better for him. So that is a bright spot for them that they can look at. So I mean, it's something. But I mean, what can you say when you're playing against a team like Columbia College's JV squad here that is just, you know, leaps and bounds because they're, again, scholarship players. These guys, some of these players on this team just got picked up this year for this program. So I mean, you got to look for the bright points, and I think that was my bright point for Washington Lee.
I mean, also, draft definitely looking a lot more solid game number 2. They're giving themselves the win conditions, and now it's going to be time for them to go back, watch the tape. How do we make those little advantages work for us? What did Columbia College do that really put us behind? And that's where you see some of these teams go from negative seasons to great next seasons. There's always that future for these players. So always a fun thing to watch, but that does seem like it will be the end of our coverage here of the CSL JV match. And if you want to join us in our Discord community and stay up to date with all of our doings, make sure you type !Discord in the chat, or follow us on our Twitter page at twitter.com/CStarLeague or twitter.com/CSLLOL, where you can get all of our up-to-date CSL, whether it be JV, whether it be Varsity actions. Maybe you can catch up on a few of our other games. You can also catch us out on Facebook with facebook.com/CStarLeague. And as always, we have nothing but gratitude for the largest streaming platform in gaming to support collegiate esports, from PAX East to West and many more events. The CSL would not be what it is today without the help and support from these amazing guys over at Twitch TV. Be on the lookout for more cool opportunities to get involved with Twitch in the near future, and be sure to show them some love and support on not only their Twitter page, twitter.com/Twitch and facebook.com/Twitch, but on the website. You're probably already watching here, but if you're not and you want to go catch another VOD, make sure you also check out our YouTube page. But that is about it for tonight. I've been returned. This has been Esruff. We've been having an absolutely phenomenal time giving you guys this match, and we will see you guys. Catch us on Friday, where we will have our coverage of the quad. It's a great talk show. Otherwise, make sure you check out our schedule, and we will be around. See you guys later.
Have a good one, guys.